Hi, this is W.A.S.P live from the Palace of the Soul, your inner paradise lounge. It is July 27th, 2013, and I am so excited to be here with Wild Bella Rouge, aka Denise Daffara, the amazing artist, and this is one of her images. This is her image of Mary Magdalene. Isn't that gorgeous? So beautiful. So she's going to talk to you a little bit about her process and her art, just in the spirit of artists sharing their work and their souls with the world. So here she is, courageous, wild, and bold. Take it away.
Hi there. So this is really a new thing for me, but I'm visiting San Francisco all the way from Australia at the moment. And so I just wanted to, I've got a few pictures on my iPad, so I was just going to have a little chat with you about some of the process of some of those and where they've come from. So this is a very recent painting I did after a class of Charlotte Sophia McLeod. She did a demonstration of a Mary Magdalene painting, and this was my version of that. So this is an example of the work I've been doing for quite a few years. This is a black and white print that I've embellished a little bit. There's a little bit of gold on the purse and some champagne and some lipstick. And so this is the sort of work I was doing for about 11 years, this kind of thing. And about the end of 2009, I just really felt like I wanted a lot more out of the painting. And I found it very difficult to paint this way anymore because it felt like it was only fulfilling a small part of myself, and I needed my soul to be included in my work. So it took me, a couple of years of kind of struggling. I did a few online courses. One of them was Dream Boogie with Sark, Susan Ariel Rainbow Kennedy, who happens to live here in San Francisco. And so, there was a lovely little trail of events that came to me coming across the work of Charlotte Sophia McLeod, who I've fallen madly in love with, and she is now teaching me, and I'm part of a 6-month teacher training course with her. And so I went from painting like this to, this is, actually I might show you this one. This one probably before Charlotte. I was very loving Klimt and all his spirals, and the women in this one sort of had their meditative, coming away from the champagne sipping girls to going within, a bit more spiritual. And so that's one of my ones I've done about 2009, I think.
This one was a transitional painting, yes?
Yeah, I'd say so, because,
I love that. It's so beautiful.
And then this one would be one of my earlier ones with Charlotte, the Muse of Listening. And so she's got some writing in her hair. It's, you are not behind, you are in perfect time. Because we often feel a bit stressed and like we're running out of time, we've got to hurry up, got to do this, got to do that. So I just got a lot of peace from that one.
And check out her earrings.
That's right. In the very early meditative time, like a visualization with our muse, we were asked to see if she would give us a symbol. And my very first symbol from my muse was a red teacup. And so I loved giving her those earrings.
I love that. Thank you.
And this is a woolly wagtail, who's a bird in Australia, and they bounce along and they wiggle their tail. And so they are like an omen to me to be happy. They just have fun.
We have to wiggle our tails.
We have to wiggle our tail. What happened after that? Oh, well, another thing that's happened to me is art journaling. So that happened last year with Effie Wild taught me art journaling. And that, I'm telling you, I feel like that saved my creative life. Just to have the freedom to play on a page was something I wasn't doing before. I used to just go to a canvas and it had to be a big deal or nothing. And that was very limiting, and it didn't allow me any room to play. So now, these are a few recent creations of me allowing myself to play with layers and layers and, little paper cutouts, a little teacup stamp which I've made, with an eraser. Like just get a blade or a scalpel knife and a razor, and I made my own stamp. And there's another one. Just playing.
I love these.
Yeah. So I put little handwritten quotes in there. There's one more of those. Yeah, so they really make me happy. So at this point, I've only done these in quite miniature. They're only 20 by 20 centimetres. And so I feel like when I go home to Australia after this trip, I really want to try and be brave and do some big ones like this, but we'll see how that goes. And so...
Will you be very brave and show us talisman?
Oh yeah, my talisman. We might finish with the talisman.
Okay.
So this one here is a wild gypsy rose, who's sort of one of my muses' names. And when I did this with a live stream with Shiloh, and in the vision, I got a very clear idea that it was a gypsy lady and with a phoenix on her shoulder. And the first sketches, even halfway through painting it, I had a very demure parrot on her shoulder. And then at one point we were asked to have a chat with our painting and see what messages she had for us. And I got a very clear message. I want a phoenix. You're going to have to get rid of that parrot. And so I had to change the whole bird and re-sketch it out. And there's just so much more life in it. In fact, my energy was draining as I had been doing it, because I knew it wasn't quite right, this little demure parrot. And so when I changed it to the phoenix, I got energized again. It was amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. That's wonderful.
And so, there's another one. This is the Lady of Alchemy. And so I still need to do a little few details finishing her off, but she's at home. And she is making tea for the whole world. So I've got quite an affinity with tea, and I make it mean something in my life a lot. And so she's got this beautiful teapot, which is almost like a pregnant belly. And she's making tea for the whole globe. And so then, actually, maybe I should show you this one. That's Queen of My Own Heart. And so she's also got a teapot and the red cup. And so I really love doing her. Yeah. That sovereignty that we have as women. And this is my talisman. And this has been a most amazing process that Shiloh created in amongst our Colour of Woman course. And there's a whole range of steps that have gone into producing this painting. All sorts of healing and past, present, future things have come up. And so this is my sort of druid warrior type guy who I really love a lot. And so he's given me various symbols. And some of them I even need to spend more time and find out more about what they mean for me. But at one point I just got the feeling it was from an Irish druid, because my background says Irish from my dad. And so I got the idea to look online about the Viking runes. And so I asked this talisman, so how many runes? You know how sometimes you might throw them and you choose 3 or 4 or 5. And I just felt like he said all of them. So I went ahead and I collaged all of them onto this painting. And then I took individual photos of them, and I just sat quietly with him and asked for a meaning for each one for me. So they're just all really beautiful contemplative things you can do with this method of spending time and asking questions of the being that you've brought to life on the canvas, and you can actually get answers. It's quite amazing. And this...
Oh my gosh, no, go ahead.
Okay, and so this is the ethereal axe for cutting through the crap and cutting ties of things that no longer serve me. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Wild Bella Rouge, Denise, Daffara, for sharing your beautiful, beautiful art and your process. Thank you. You are brave, courageous, and I love you. So this is Glitter W.A.S.P. live from the Palace of the Soul, your inner paradise lounge, signing off.